Let's look at the store, and there's been some screw-ups over there at Marvel Strike Force, and I think this one's going to get addressed, but basically, a lot of people are not going to be able to collect the last 250 cores on the calendar, which is a bad situation because right now we have an event running where we're collecting power cores, right? And apparently this issue is going to carry over until December because the calendar is starting late. Now, there was a message from Archangel acknowledging this, saying the November calendar started a day early, so it ended early for some time zones. It will be extended, and December will be adjusted as well to make sure everyone who logs in every day will get every reward on the calendar. Then also they acknowledged the Gambit offer, but this, I believe, pissed off a lot of people because a lot of people were wanting to buy the Gambit offer to get the turkey, to get the milestones, and they basically said, go buy something else. There's several screenshots from customer support saying, go buy other offers. We're not going to honor this. So this was the official response for the Gambit offer. This is the $5 offer. Yesterday, there was an offer that included Gambit character shards that went live in the stores for approximately 1 hour. The offer was not intended to go live on that date, but rather be reworked and delayed into December. The offer will return to the same price and the number of Gambit character shards within the first couple of weeks of December, but other items that offer are subject to change. Well, I think that's terrible. And I know a lot of people say, oh, they're playing 4D chess and they're really smart over there and they do this on purpose. You know what? Then what's the point of this offer today? This is clearly wrong. Save on the Dark Doctor orbs, and then it has like Armory 14s or 15s. They do something weird all the time. It's not for some, they just are really bad at their jobs. They're not doing 4D chess. They're not smart enough to do 4D chess, because if they were smart enough, they would proofread the offers before it goes live. This almost happens every day. It just blows my mind how how little time would it take to proofread this stuff before it goes out, rather than having it go out, having us buy wrong offers, or certain players get to buy offers and other players don't get that. They pull offers. They have to go back and put offers up again. I mean, the whole Armory 14 and 15 thing, this is like, so what if this was the opposite? What if it was like 1 million Dark Beast fragments? It's just like small little errors every single day. And sometimes it impacts the community, and sometimes it's just a trivial matter like this. It's kind of ridiculous. All right. Update coming soon. 6 new playable characters. We know from the data mines what 5 of these characters are. 2 of them we reviewed today in the video before, which is going to be Archangel and Nemesis. And then there's going to be 3 members from the Rebirth team, along with 2 reworks. If I were to guess, the reworks are going to be to Captain America and Winter Soldier. I'm not really sure, but there's going to be 3 Rebirth characters. And basically, there's 1 character that we don't know. So I'm still wanting to get this information, because there's one of the things that I've been saying is a lot of people are saying, oh, what minions do I upgrade for this first 2 nodes of the Archangel Scourge event? And it's like, what if they rework some minions? What if they come out with new minions? What if they come out with a minion team? So basically, I'm guessing that the patch will be next week on Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully we have that information, because this is going to be a long patch. Like they typically will do like a super long patch for the month of December and January, because they take some time off for the holidays. So hopefully the thing that I could say is that we should have that information as far as, are they reworking a minion team? Are they going to be selling new minion characters? And then we can maybe start doing some planning after the patch. So patch I'm expecting to be Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. What happened to training mats? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is personally affecting me. Feels like I have more reasonable access to gold lately, but not training materials. And it feels like it was the other way around a couple months ago. I don't know if you've been experiencing this, Ace. Earlier alternate days was able to collect training mats. Now I don't see them coming except from campaign energy usage, weekly challenges, and rarely from milestone 3 orbs. It's scopely forgotten that training mats are required to gear up characters. Expect us to spend money from them. That's what I believe they're trying to do. In which case, Why are they giving the gold? I feel like they want us to spend money on training materials. Also, should they update buff legendary characters to maintain legendary status? And I get why they're making this post, because they're wanting reworks to, Nick Fury, Star-Lord, Invisible, and Black Bolt. I want to say that Scopely has been doing this, and we've basically are in a situation right now where Shuri is playable, Iron Man is playable, and then most recently, Magneto he was always playable because his kit's amazing, but now he's going to get daily use in theory once there's the full Death Seed team and we can play them every day inside of the raid. So I think it's just a matter of time before they get to these other characters, and Scopely has been allowing us to use legendary characters through reworks. I mean, even Nick Fury, I guess, not really, had a small adjustment, but it was still pretty bad. But yeah, I would like to see reworks to these characters. My best guess also is that Star-Lord will probably get one sooner than later, based around a movie coming out or something like that. Let's talk about screen time. And I did like this post. I like the very last part of this, and I kind of want to read that first, is people wouldn't complain about screen time if they're having more fun. Yeah, I mean, I think that is the point of this post. On average, I'm spending 3 hours per day on this game, which is a lot of time. I think that's probably too much for a mobile game. It was less the week prior because of family stuff, but it's still a decent chunk of time to be staring at my phone. Is that too much? I'll get to my opinion on this. Actually, I have some thoughts. I know some people would argue that we are required to spend way too much time in game. I get it, but I kind of feel it's really not that bad. Playing PC or console game 3 hours a day is a fairly light day of gaming, really. With a mobile game, you fit the time throughout your day instead of doing a big chunk in one sitting like you would a normal game. I disagree. There's optimal times to play this game, and they force us to play certain game modes at certain times, which can be very inconvenient. I am Marvel Strike Force when my food's in the oven. I'm Marvel Strike Force when I'm going to the bathroom. I'll do a round of blitzing when I'm stuck in traffic. Oh, don't admit that. That sounds illegal. Please don't blitz while you're driving. My God. I think there's certain assumptions people make of what a mobile game is supposed to be, and probably one of them is a quick and easy and don't require any time investment. This game is far from perfect. I absolutely agree with a lot of the complaints. Saying it requires too much time is where I have to disagree, though. I for sure would rather have things to do in the game than have a lack of content. I absolutely agree with this right here. I would rather have things to do in the game than have a lack of content, 1000%. The real problem, and this is the paragraph that I like, the real problem is Scopely needs to make content better for the people who want to do it instead of feeling obligated to do it. I wouldn't complain that Elden Ring requires too much time and investment. I play for hours and hours because I enjoy it. Let's make sure our actual complaints about the game are understood. We don't have a screen time problem. We have an entertainment problem. People wouldn't complain about screen time if they have more fun. First of all, I think there's a lot of game modes in this game that I very much enjoy. I like Cosmic Crucible. I like War. One of the problems that I have with the game is that to play War optimally requires me to be on at a certain time at the beginning of the war. It's just that simple. How many of you, and I'm sure a lot of people have done this, have been somewhere, maybe at dinner out in public, or maybe in a situation where you actually excuse yourself and go to the bathroom and play Marvel Strike Force? Like you're in the, instead of going to the bathroom, you're in there playing Marvel Strike Force to get something done. Same thing with Arena. To play Arena optimally requires you to play during payout time. To play Cosmic Crucible optimally, you want to play in the last hour of Cosmic Crucible. There's certain benefits to it. And that's the problem I have, is that the game demands, if you want to play certain game modes optimally, you have to do it at a certain time. And if that's when you're working, or that's when you're supposed to be eating dinner with your family or something like that, it's too bad. It's just the way the game is. So for me, I wish that there was more flexibility of when I could play it and I wasn't obligated, if I care about playing the game mode, optimally, playing at a certain time. So that is my grievance with screen time in this game. All right, let's get to offers. This right here is kind of an interesting offer. I'm not going to buy it right here. Personally, if this was 750 power cores, then I could justify spending the $10, and then I would get the bonus beast. orbs, and then these are the web launch orbs. I was more interested in these when I was in the hunt for Cersei and Icarus. I have both those characters now, so these orbs are not that impactful to me anymore. But if you're still looking for Cersei and Icarus, there's a small chance that you'll get them in these orbs. And then it depends on what you value the beast orb at. I personally value the beast orb at about $3. Some people say, well, it's 600 and something cores. No, that's way too much. I don't buy them. I would not spend that many cores on a beast orb. But some people value them at $4. I value them at $3. So I'm not going to buy this because, I would, if this had 750 cores, then this would just be bonus stuff. This is interesting right here. Gamma is probably my favorite team in the game right now. They're amazing. I love them in war. I like using it even in the second node of the bio node in raids. So this is two characters that are pretty much not available anywhere right now. We got Abomination and Brawn. And Brawn, I believe, is going to be the Agatha, the Gambit of the team, where they're going to be really stingy with them. So if this helps you out, there you go. It's not an amazing deal, but this is probably the best deal I've seen on these characters right here. $20 for 50 character shards of each. Then we've got some good values. If you're looking for a great plug and play character, Silver Surfer for $5, I think is okay value. We've got right here Spider Woman, 75 character shards for $15. I don't really think this is that great of a deal. And also, I suspect that she will be made available relatively soon, farmable in some way. I feel that the A-Force team largely is about Doom, and they're just paired up with Doom, and the performance of the team is mostly tied to Doom, not the actual merits of the team. Spider-Man on her own, though, is a pretty good character. She's pretty fast, and she has ability block. She-Hulk, I think most people already have her at 7 stars, but if you don't, and you have the Gamma team, she is a member of the Gamma team, which is requirement for Apocalypse, so 50 character shards for $5, if that helps you out. One of my favorite characters of the game, also relatively easy to get and available, but he's just one of my favorite characters, and he scales like what he as much damage as you can get out of him, the better, right? That's the beauty of him, is he's just so much damage. Then we've got Secret Agent Sharon Carter. We got 50 character shards for $5, and then Emma. I believe that last week they had this for $10. So we've got 50 Emma shards for $5. I still use her almost every day. I use her on defense and arena, but just her kit is just amazing. One of my favorite characters. She's probably had the longest shelf life of any character that I can think of. I think Magneto's had a really long shelf life also, but Emma's kit is just amazing. And then lastly, we've got Kestrel, still probably a top 10 character, one of the better plug and play characters. I just absolutely love her character. 50 character shards for $5. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.